fellas. Put us out of our misery and tell us about this.
Yeah, Usher can skate really good too.
All right, so
Or is he skating circles
this is
around
just
Chris
all
Breezy?
speculation. Is like this is news that happened like 2 days ago. So this is after one of Usher's shows because he's got a residency in Las Vegas.
Yep.
You know, and he usually gets a lot of celebrities watching his shows and stuff.
Right.
So I think this was like Chris Brown's birthday.
Oh,
Because there's a clip of him singing "Happy Birthday" to Chris Brown.
yeah.
Not in a Marilyn Monroe way, but in
Sexy way.
Happy Birthday. But there's a clip of and there's also a clip of him arguing as well. So there's there's a whole story of that Chris Brown was being very disrespectful to Tiana Taylor, one of the artists that was there, and she was like, you know, not having it. So like, Usher's like, all right, let me just be, you know, because I'm the host of the party. We're at my favorite place, the roller skating ring, and I'm gonna, you know, prevent things from happening. So he tried to, you know, intervene, push him aside a bit, and be like, you know, what you're doing is not cool and stuff. And apparently, out of nowhere, Chris Brown's crew, this is the words of the news, jumped Usher. So
Wait, everybody, they jumped him on roller skates? Like, I'm still trying to picture this. Like,
you can say that they rolled him.
Oh shit. He got rolled, bro.
He got rolled, bro.
Hey, there's more context here.
What's the context?
Tiana Taylor, who was at the party, was being confronted by Chris Brown because he blames her for his cancelled MJ tribute. So he demanded Usher to show her the door, and I think that's when, you know, things are escalated. And
He asked Usher to usher her out.
Can you believe? You can't make this shit out.
This is funny, bro. This is R&B, bro.
Shut. And he got rolled.
And the whole thing's got to be, oh man, you didn't let me sing one of my favorite singers' songs, and therefore you got to get ushered out by one of the singers here.
Man.
You got to get ushered out by
And then,
Imagine being ushered
hang
out
on.
by Usher.
Did he got Usher got jumped?
Apparently got jumped
ushered,
by
bro.
like
Did he get
Chris
hurt?
Brown's.
Did he get it bad?
No, I don't think he got it bad. No, I think it was hard enough that he got reminded of. I don't know, man. There wasn't any confessions, bro.
Must have burnt, bro.
There wasn't any confessions. But bro,
It would have been like, you know, being in the roller rink, and Chris Brown's like, "Yo."
He wasn't like yo. He was like yo.
Let's see when they're about to score. He goes, put your hands up.
He was like, he's trying to say to Usher, like, "Yo, tell me, fellas, have you seen her?" Like pointing at Tiana Taylor. "Yo,
look at me now. Look at me now. Or run it. Or run it."
Yo.
trying to tell her to run it.
This is funny. If this was anybody else, I would have not cared. But this is just two R&B singers, bro.
Two R&B singers.
It wasn't even. This wasn't even a fight. Oh well, technically it is about a girl, but this wasn't about like what R&B people beef about when they're like, "Oh, you fucked my chick" type of thing. This was just about R&B type of vibe.
This is growth for Chris
that's
Brown,
hard, bro.
though.
That's hip.
Like if the fight is about a girl, because before he used to fight girls.
Yes.
I know.
There's a bit of progress there.
Yeah.
Hey, shout outs to progress, man.
Shout outs to
But I think Chris Brown really, I think he got just sick of the shadow, bro. Because no matter what, as long as Usher's there, bro, always second best.
Man.
Dude put out a 40-track album, still second best.
Like
Usher
That's
had
gotta hurt.
herpes, still second best.
Oh.
I'm second best.
How did it come about? Like, it just seemed like somebody just mentioned it. I don't know. Like, damn, it's got herpes.
Yeah, Chris
bro.
Brown.
My favorite
Leaked
line
his
was
own-
US HERPES. One of my favorite lines out of that whole thing. Man, the internet wins all the time.
Poor
bro.
bastard.
But like, yeah, it was a thing. They were trying to, because this was during the cancellation season where everyone's getting cancelled, and the only thing that could try to get something out of Usher was herpes.
Right.
And that didn't slow him down, bro. It gave him Las Vegas, where he could spread the herpes even more,
bro.
even quicker because he's on skates.
It's on brand too. Fucking Vegas herpes.
God. Oh my God.
I'm just imagining the TMZ report, like afterwards, Chris Brown's walking out of the rink, and then they go, "Oh, like what was the fight about?" He goes, "Oh, the fight's about Tiana. It was about 5 minutes ago." Oh my
Oh man!
Oh, this is so funny, bro.
It is.
That's just straight out of like South Park when the R. Kelly episodes when he was just like, "Now I'm in the closet." It's like a whole musical.
That's what you imagine. That's what you imagine, like an R&B beef to be like.
Bro, two of the guys.
Melodramatic.
These are two of the guys who ushered. No pun intended, but ushered in a whole dance scene, bro. Like the way that, like, you know, Filipinos back then were in every dance crew. All of them inspired by Usher or Chris Brown, or even both. Did the same shit.
Have they ever actually battled before? Like
Apparently they have, and like Chris Brown won. This was when he was like 15.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
He won by doing a handstand on his elbow. I've seen that same video.
I gotta see it. Man.
There was one guy wearing a fucking bunny rabbit hat.
But like these guys,
Stomp the yard, bro.
like imagine him. Like I can't see him fighting. All I could see is a dance battle, bro. You got
Or it'll be like the most hectic fight where it's like, but it's like, you know, it's all these moves.
It'd be like Beat It, but in real life. Have you seen Beat It, the music video? Beat It, the real video. This is from your gods, R&B kings, bro. This is from your gods, bro.
They
tie their arms together and they go,
You know how those influencer websites?
on roller skates.
They're just spinning in circles and shit.
that was very inspired by West Side Story as well, like Broadway musical style.
Because even that, like to be real, Michael Jackson trying to be bad was hilarious.
Them holding hands and they're on skates, like the Beat It video clip. But I'm picturing like Jack and Rose in Titanic, you know, when they're spinning on the table.
Yeah.
That's Chris Brown and Usher. Usher's Kate Winslet, but
Punch me like one of your Barbados girls.
Wow! Damn!
Wow.
Damn! Oh my god!
This is, bro. I'm getting so much content out of just these two fighting, bro.
That's crazy.
It's more entertaining
That's
that they're fighting this way than it is an actual
R&B
fight.
singers.
Like it's more entertaining that we're trying to play it up as if it's a music video and it's this.
Bro.
It's more entertaining that
Just
way.
R&B singers trying to fight, bro, is hilarious. Like Michael Jackson
I think
singing,
it's a
but bad.
niche category.
Like his
That's a niche category,
His first
so.
line was like,
Your butt is
"Your
mine."
butt is mine.
The fun fact about that song, apparently it was supposed to be a duet with him and Prince.
I thought the fun fact was Michael Jackson was singing it to a kid.
Your butt is mine. Beat it. Do you remember?
He apparently, so Prince was in an interview saying that Beat It was supposed to be a duet between him and Michael Jackson, and then he's like, who are you singing that to? The first line is "Your butt is mine." You sing that to me? That's not gonna happen. And so that's why he said no to doing that.
Just for that line.
Yeah, it's like who are you saying that to?
So that means Michael Jackson was so like he wanted that line to be in the song so much that he turned down Prince, bro.
Oh, Prince turned it down. Prince turned it down.
I mean, but like, but they could have been like, you know, that line's gonna be out of the song. I could have negotiated. I could change it to something else, bro.
What would you change it to?
I don't know, bro. You could change it to anything, but like, he really wanted to make sure that everyone knew
his butt was
his butt was his.
His butt was his.
Michael's a man of integrity. He's like, my lyrics gotta be real, though.
And I gotta dance in the parking lot. Music video.
It's gotta be the way I want it.
Imagine walking in the parking lot and it's like 3 a.m. in the morning or something and really dark, and then you hear "Your butt is mine," and they're just dancing like this.
You're doing the thrusting thing.
There's nothing gangster about that video clip, bro. Oh my gosh.
It's like it's like a villain that talks too much about their plan. He's like, just beat me up already. I don't want to see a whole dance routine. If you want to roll me, I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, don't pontificate. Don't have to tell me your entire plan. I remember my mother said this, so that is why I want
I
to
could
take
imagine
over
the
the
Chris
world.
Brown and Usher, like it's just a song battle when they're just expressing their anger to each other. See the thing about you that caught my eye. It's the same thing that makes
And then
me change
Usher-
my mind.
Usher goes, you want to fight? And then Chris Brown goes, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. And then Usher's like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's the clans. It's like the R&B haka. They're like trying to intimidate each other through a dance.
Oh, man.
So you think you can dance?
I'm in the studio, man.
I don't know where Busta Rhymes comes out.
Stop playing.
Hey, yo, Breezy. Let me show you how to do it over there.
But yeah, hopefully, there's no animosity or, this stays.
No, I hope there is.
Oh, yeah, more content. But like, hopefully no one dies over this.
I don't think.
Of
That'd
laughter.
be the worst.
R&B.
That would be the worst thing, man. Like,
Because you two are the goats, man. We still need you guys.
'Cause
I still need you so I could side moonwalk
side
the
moonwalk.
fucking the clubs.
Side moonwalk.
And then Crump as well.
Oh, bro.
Chris Brown used to Crump.
I'm just thinking now, like if this was like,
Like,
20
give me
years,
that.
20 years before that, if you heard Luther Vandross and Babyface was having beef, you know what I mean? It's like what are they gonna do? Try to out sing each other, bro. They're on roller skates. That's the least fucking gangster shit you can be.
I'd go with
Wearing it on
Luther.
your feet, bro.
I'd go with Luther because he never gives up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
And then, like, Luther's
I heard
punching.
that it's
No.
never too much
Yeah.
as well.
You can beat me to it. Luther Vandross punching like Babyface in the face, and it's like that's too much. It's never too much. Never too much. Never too much.
hey, you guys remember that video game, the Def Jam?
Oh, yeah, Def Jam.
Bro, like you could have the buttons and they have, how they have some taunts and shit,
Bro.
but then there'll be like their lines. That'd be a dope fucking video game.
Oh, my God.
If Chris Brown was a Street Fighter character, he looks like he's just button mashing because of the way he dances.
He's DJ. The break dancer.
Just all over
He's
the place.
the what's the guy in Tekken? Haorang. He's the Haorang where you like
Haorang,
just kick a
yeah.
lot because it's easy to use. Oh yeah, I use Usher, man. Just button mash, bro. Good mad
Button
combos.
mash.
Mad combos, man. Easy.
No.
R. Kelly's like Scorpion, but he just pisses.
Oh no. No. Fatality.
Instead of taking off his mask and like
just takes off
like
his
fire,
pants.
takes off his pants and then
No.
fatality. Or is it babality?
Babality. Okay.
Fatality.
All right. If this was like, all right, if there was a Royal Rumble of R&B singers, who would be the top? Who would be the top?
Like your team? Like
who
your fantasy
who would
team?
Who would you put your money on?
How many team members?
I mean,
Or just
it's
one
all of
person?
R&B. Everyone in R&B.
Bro.
Like a
That's what I
tag
think
team,
of.
like a duo.
Bro.
Let's make it
Yeah,
interesting.
it's your
A
top
duo.
three. Top three.
Top three.
Now let's
So
make
they're
it
gonna
top
go
one.
three
Let's
versus three.
there's all 4 of us. So there's one person that you would put your money on to win this Rumble.
Well, mine's a group. It's Jodeci. Like,
You can't choose a girl. You just said just one.
I know, but like,
Just
Have you
press the rules, man.
seen? was it Casey or JoJo that passed out on stage in Sydney, and then no one picked
Oh, it
him
was
up?
Casey.
It was Casey
Yeah.
passed out,
Oh,
and no one
fuck.
picked him up.
Not even JoJo.
And the
Not even JoJo.
security's like, oh, he's gonna pick him up. He picks up the microphone. He walks out. And Casey's just laying there.
Bro, that
What
shit was
the fuck?
heartbreaking, man. It's just Casey and JoJo, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's,
Wait, what was JoJo doing?
one of
Did
them was
JoJo
passing out.
JoJo didn't help.
No, he was singing. He was continuing the show. The show must go on.
oh yeah, I remember that.
It
Damn.
was like it was all my life as well. I'm pretty sure.
I was going on that.
All my life. And he passed out.
Oh wow.
Wala nang life.
Wala nang buhay.
This is all of it.
My life is evaporated in the air. All my life.
I feel bad. Laughing at a cunt that fucking fainted on stage.
But he survived. He got up.
man.
He got up.
He gave all his life performance, bro.
He got up on his own, bro. Like, no one's picking me up. Fuck you guys. Imagine the conversation after that show. I was like, bro,
Not even his own
I
brother.
was lying there for.
Fucking hell.
I think that footage is still up there, bro.
I was
Like,
gotta
it's
look
crazy
for it.
I
shit.
forgot about that, but I was thinking because they did "How Do You Want It" with Tupac, and I'm like, who's the closest to gangster?
No, the Tupac's the gangster part.
Yeah,
He's
I know, but like,
carrying a lot of the weight of the gangster bit.
Yeah.
but who else comes closer to that than
Ooh, Joe does.
Joe?
No
No one comes close to Joe, bro. And also, no, Joe teamed up with G Unit.
Bro,
Yeah, and he's
Could
teamed
you-
up with Mystical.
Hey,
could you imagine the?
He's gonna make you stutter, bro.
My damn,
Hey, imagine the walk-in intros.
How does the start go?
My damn, my damn, my damn, my damn. We gotta hang on.
You talk to me. You tell me.
Already thinking of like, in the Royal Rumbles, they have their intros. They have the most fire intros. Joe would come out like, yeah.
Say again, nuts.
Hey, would you count Nate Dogg as R&B? Because he'd be cool.
Oh, G-Funk,
yes. Yes.
Hey, Nate Dogg
He'd
is
be
the
cool.
most gangster cunt that
is.
was
And
able to.
R&B.
He was allowed to sing in fucking Long Beach,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
He would
And
be
no
Don
one
Kakuma,
gave
bro.
him shit, bro. Like, hey,
Yeah.
let's keep making
Yeah.
him sing.
Yeah.
Because everyone else would have been like, oh, this guy's soft. Nah, not Nate Dogg, bro.
Yeah.
Nate Dogg, he's got a
Nate Dogg.
gun, bro.
He got it.
He don't give a
So we got so in this triple. This is like a four-way match. You nominated Jodeci.
Jodeci.
One's already out, so like,
One's lying down on the ground. And you know what'd be funny? The security guard walks up and picks up the microphone and walks away.
I've already lost one guy.
Casey woke up and go, where the fuck's my mic?
He really did. He was probably like, "Oh, where did my mic go? I don't want to lose this valuable."
Why didn't the security guard pick him up?
It's so funny,
My
bro.
goodness.
And my nomination
Here's
is
yours.
Joe.
Oh,
So I
Why?
got Joe because no one else comes close, bro.
Nats
He'll make you
Yeah.
stutter, bro.
Nats has got Nate Dogg.
Already
Yeah,
lost.
Nate Dogg.
oh, fuck. I
Whoa,
don't know
whoa,
what
whoa.
to pick, man.
Hey.
I would have probably gone with Jamie Foxx because,
Oh,
Yeah.
but then he's in a coma now, so I don't know.
Oh, what?
But, yeah, for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, he's been like
what happened?
He's
I think he had a stroke or something.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Something
I don't know
crazy.
if
Because
he'd
I mean,
win this fight.
because I mean, like Jamie Foxx did run up on that guy that like ran up
but-
on stage in Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
He ran up on
He was-
it too.
But we're not going by current. If we're going by current, then Nats can't have an 8 dog.
yeah, bro. Bro, I'm already like, as soon as the fight starts,
We're my current status.
deceased.
It'll just be the
I
what's it
guess
called?
this will be an easy win for me.
Bro, if you didn't explain the rules and I actually was Nate Dogg, I'm like, oh fuck. I'm
It'll just
dead
be a-
before we start.
It'll be a hologram of Nate
We
Dogg.
hologram. No one can touch him, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
No one.
All right.
yeah, bro.
Yeah, Jamie then.
Yeah, let's go, Jamie. Jamie.
Hey,
So
so
he's
him
got
and
the
Anything
training
on
in
Sunday.
You
This
know.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's gangster,
On
man.
their prime, yeah.
He could act his way out. You know what I mean?
I think he was doing an Ali movie as well. So he
Yes.
knows how to.
No,
knows
no,
how to
no,
do- not Ali. Sorry, Tyson.
Tyson, yes.
Yeah.
So he's set to
Ooh,
Tyson movie.
Will Smith, Ali, or Tyson, Jamie Foxx?
Tyson,
Well, I've
Tyson
seen Will Smith hit. So Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, I know he can hit rocks pretty good.
Terrible. Terrible.
I can just picture like Will Smith as Rocky, and then his coach is like Jada Pickett. The coach, the old mean guy.
He's fighting the piece of meat in the
Yeah,
freezer.
But she doesn't
Slap
even.
that motherfucker.
But, you know, she
It's
doesn't
just
even.
Chris Rock.
She doesn't even say anything. She just gives him the side eye, like,
Yeah.
and then he's like, "Okay, I need to train harder." And then he runs up and like, "Keep my wife's name." And that's how he gains his strength.
Oh man, R&Beef, bro. Keep it up, man. It's more entertaining.
R&Beef.
R&Beef, bro. Like I love that shit, bro.
Def Jam presents R&Beef.
R&Beef.
That'll be like, you know,
And
like
Chris
they
Brown.
got YouTube celebrity boxes. This would be a better niche, man. I
Oh,
could get
bro.
behind this.
If they can get
R&B,
it, bro.
pay-per-view.
If this was just a stunt, just because down the line, because it's Vegas, right? If they get
Yeah.
Chris Brown versus Usher in the boxing ring, bro,
Main event.
bro, in roller skates, bro.
Oh, roller boxing.
Bro, you know who I'd like to see? Like, this is like fist fight, like full on. AJ Raphael and Passion for the title. Who will come out on top?
The
Who do you think would win, bro?
the World Filipino Championships.
Everyone's got lemonade up here, and everyone's got juice boxes over here.
Hey.
Oh my god! The battle of the drinks, guys.
Battle of the juice.
They
Who
all
got the
man.
juice? Who got the
You
juice?
got the
Oh
juice.
my
Yeah.
god! It's Sprite versus Just Juice. Which one's your choice, bro?
AJ versus Passion.
Someone's trying to figure out a chaser for their like vodka and shit, and they're like, and then these two guys
Yeah.
come up as like,
And then
orange juice or lemonade.
somebody goes, Gabe, why don't you join in? And he's like,
He's the
gentlemen
ref.
don't. Gentlemen don't.
Gabe's still pissed off. He wasn't counted up there.
Oh man.
Bro, let's make it happen, bro. Let's start the running, bro. If we could like,
You want to make it happen?
bro, our list of things to make happen.
Wait.
Jollibee in
R&B.
Australia,
Oh, wow, yeah.
and now Passion versus AJ Raphael in a boxing match.
Whoever wins
Bro.
has to fight Salt Puppy. Bro, you're fucked, man.
Salt Puppy is
Salt
the
Puppy's just
fucking.
waiting. It's like, all right, bro.
What is he gonna buy?
I thought we were talking about singers, but Poppy's just running limbs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, man. Who do you got, bro? Like in this room,
You got it.
if Passion
Wait,
and
are we
AJ
changing?
Raphael, like, I'm assuming Passion's taller, got a bit of reach.
I'm sorry, guys. Just gonna say,
We're doing first take, bro. Right.
Jezza, AJ. Sorry, guys.
But like, yeah, man. If we could get him in the ring, bro. Whew.
I'm imagining that fight right now. And like like midway through the fight, Tori Kelly comes out of nowhere with like a guitar and just like helps out AJ.
It's like Tekken Tag, bro. All the people they collabed with and
Melissa
shit,
Polinare's
bro.
coming out to help.
Yeah, Melissa Polinare's just like, oh, fucking Bay Area, what's up? And then helps out Passion.
The funniest thing is all of them are cool with each
Yeah,
other.
I know, exactly. They're all mates.
That makes it easier to make it happen, bro.
Yeah, everyone getting money. Let's go.
There's money in this.
Bro, there's money in it, bro. There's pesos in
Hey,
this.
could the winner versus Apple the App?
For some reason, Apple Diab has to fight
He's the-
E40.
Bro,
Because everyone knows E40 is secretly Filipino.
Oh, yeah.
you know, like in Black Eyed Peas, right? Do you reckon this has had to be a conversation within the three of them, right? Like, one of them's called Taboo. You reckon Apple the App once called him, like, oi, tabo. Oi. Tabo. I reckon that would have been a conversation, bro. It's like,
Your name is Tabu. You know what we use to wash our ass? Tabu.
After that discussion, that's why I was like, that's it.
I could imagine Apple the App opening the door of the toilet. Like, hey, tapos na, tabo, come here.
No more songs from them. That's it.
That's why.
That's the last one.
Black eyed penis. That's what that is.
Let's get it started now.
Like I pissed off.
Yeah, black eyed pissed off.
I can imagine Apple the App, bro, because like Filipino humor is like, you know,
Black-eyed penis. Fucking cunt.
I could imagine, bro. That conversation had to happen, bro. Dude's name's Taboo, bro.
Oh, my stomach.
Bro, lucky it wasn't like what you call, I don't know, Tula or some shit like that, bro.
So go back when they start singing Bad Butt is Bad Butt is mine.
What?
That's how they start fighting.
Oh man.
Shit, he's gonna jump in.
Oh, bro.
But yeah, AJ Raphael, Passion, bro.
Oh, that'd be
The
so
fight
It's
of
such a-
LA,
it's such
bro.
a
Let's do
crazy
it.
fight.
Fight of LA.
Let's do it.
I'm pretty sure
You know,
Passion
it'd be-
lives in.
I don't care where he
he's in
lives. He lives in
Texas
LA
yeah,
now.
Arizona or something.
Who's,
like
who's
that.
older? They're about the same age, right? They're about the same age.
That's the same
I'm
height.
trying
This
to think
guy's
for real.
putting the tail
Same
on the
height?
tape right now.
Hey,
Yeah.
who's got the longer reach?
Yeah. I need the deets, man. Like, I don't know, man. Age. They're not in their primes, you know. Who's got bigger reach?
Oh man.
Damn, bro.
Oh, bro. Imagine they came out to the other person's song, you know?
Oh, that's hard,
AJ
bro.
Raphael coming out to Lemonade, bro.
Oh.
Woo. Singing it himself. Ooh.
Oh, that's disrespect, bro. I like that.
Comes over with a ukulele instead of a guitar.
Bro, it changes the name from Lemonade to First Aid.
Fucking egging it on
I
hard.
know, you're just trying to find.
Juice box? Juice boxing?
Just bug.
Just book. Oh my god.
Yeah. Your butt is mine? She was mine? Your butt is mine. Bro, let it happen, bro. I'd fly all the way to Red Rudy Hill to watch that shit. I ain't fly in America. I have no money, bro.
You go to Rudy Hill to stream it. It's like, stay home, bro. Stay home.
Man. Oh, dude.
Oh, man. But yeah, R&Beef, bro. Keep it happening, man. It's entertaining
R&Beef.
as hell.
Oh.
R&Beef.
Can we present it? Presented by the Cheatcoders. buy
The
a
Cheatcoders
ticket on our
presents
website.
R&Beef.
AJ Raphael versus Jeremy Passion.
Oh, bro.
That'd be cool. Got the OGs there to judge.
Yeah.
Dropping harmony and shit.
Hey.
Kai, remember that?
Yeah.
Freestyle.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Now, they're in the undercard. Freestyle versus
MYMP.
MYMP.
Oh,
There you go, bro.
South border versus freestyle.
North
Yeah,
Border.
yeah. South Border versus Freestyle. Wow. It's a Royal Rumble.
Bro, the undercard will be
crazy.
hectic, bro. Brian
So
McKnight
good.
versus Martin Rivera, bro.
Those are the undercards.
Those are the undercards, bro.
what?
We're gonna sell
wild.
this place out, bro.
Martin Rivera.
It's gonna be happening in Sydney, bro.
You're gonna be selling out the
Brian
Rudy Hill
McKnight.
RSL.
Yeah. Brian McKnight and Martin Rivera, two Filipinos.
That's it, bro. That's it, bro. All right, let's start the show. Yeah.
36 minutes in.
Yo.
What a way to start.
Welcome to another episode of the Cheatcoders podcast. My name is Rav. This is episode number 230.
230.
And I am here with my usual
what up?
suspects of the brave man wearing the brave shirt that you should buy on our website.
Taker.
And one of the sexiest hats that we should consider
Brave.
of selling
What's doing?
is Mr. Don Doing Stuff.
What is doing?
And on to my right is Mr. Bro.
Beige man.
Bro, if this guy could sing, he would be the king of R&Beef. Mr. Garcia, Wild Thought.
Oh, I wish I could sing, man.
Bro.
Friend done.
And
You-
all
you
the
can't?
way in London town, the very man that put the crown on the king
I don't know what that means, but yeah, I'll take it. That's hard.
is Mr. Nats Blazin.
Hey.
I don't even think he watched the
it's
coronation, bro.
It's the coronation. That's what it is. Coronation.
Coronation.
That like went over my head. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I was like, what are you talking about? What crown?
I thought you'd know.
Shit happens in the UK and you don't know about it.
Nah, man. I went to the museum, man.
He cared about the old kings, bro. Like none of these new kings, no new kings,
like,
bro.
Looking to the
pretty-
past.
Okay, I
pretty
take
busy
back the
to
name. You don't deserve the name Coronathan because you don't know what happened. Coronathan of the King.
Bro. So
Yeah,
we are
no.
here live
Yes, man.
in Common House Studios.
Yeah.
We are presenting you. I think this is one of the milestones. 230. You know, rounding it off. We're starting off the 30s,
Ooh,
the 30s to 230s
That's crazy.
of our podcast regime. And
Regime.
what a way to start it off with some beef, bro. You know, it really
Yeah, beef.
got us some good content there.
Love beef.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you're gonna have to listen to it on Spotify because.
You'll still have the content, but you wouldn't have the introduction of it.
The songs, yeah.
The song will be cut out, right?
And the song will be cut out. But you guys down in the comments below, please vote. How much you would love to see AJ Raphael
versus Jeremy Passion.
Jeremy Passion.
Who would you have? Who would you have in your pick?
Yeah.
Who would you throw in as a wild card?
Yeah.
And then who would be in the undercard? You know, like let's turn this to a whole event that they come to Sydney, so we can have all these podcast episodes with them.
That'd be awkward.
Underlying.
It's like
that's our bait.
The reemergence of Soul Good. That's what it is. It's just fighting though.
Call it Soul Bad.
Soul Bad. R&B.
So bad. Sounds so gangster. So bad. So bad now.
Soul Bad.
So bad.
Man.
It's good to be good, but Soul Bad is bad.
You said that shit last week.
It's good to be good, but
it's
Soul Bad is bad.
All right, let's start off with a segment. All right,
Yeah.
that's blazing. Which segment do you want to hear first? Interesting stuff or wild stuff?
Dad, I want to hear Dad Pod.
That's happening. That's gonna happen. Or if you want, we can start off with Dad Pod. You want the Dad Pod?
No idea what to talk about in Dad Pod, but I'm happy to go.
Love Dad.
I don't know what else to talk. Yeah, let's go.
All right, Dad Pod. This is Dad Pod. Baby, make me stay at home.
It's such a sad segment. I swear. I go on this podcast to escape that. and here we are again.
Let's talk about what you're trying to get away from.
No. So you mentioned that you went to the museum with your kids. You went there, and I saw in your stories as well that you.
That was nice.
Yeah, tell us about it, man.
Tell you about it. Yeah, it was like it was. I don't know how I can make this interesting, but yeah, I went to a science fiction museum. It's pretty cool. They had Iron Man. They had Star Wars.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
That sounds fucking dope.
It was fun. It was fun. It was a paid exhibit, but the museum, the science museum, is free.
Yeah,
but I've been there before. But that part was cool. It takes you to the history of science fiction. I couldn't really read much because I had the kids with me, but you know, the things were cool. Yeah, it's good.
The thing that the question,
and that was the day of the coronation. Yeah,
the coronation.
So the coronation. Yeah.
The question that I had was because it's a museum, right? And your kids are pretty young. They probably won't have any memory of the museum.
No. It's more for us.
You probably had more fun, but I saw them playing. There were things that they could interact with. There was like a projection of fish or something, or lights and stuff like that. Do you reckon what do you think was your daughter's favorite part of that whole day?
The lights for sure, man. Anything that's what's the word?
Like flashy and
stimulation, flashy. Yeah. There's a lot of these things that we go to. I guess we're limited pool of activities we can do, but a lot of them are quite kid friendly. As you can see, they were on the floor, they were walking around. It was nice. But yeah, anything with the lights, it's crazy. Yeah, they love it.
My son loves eating the remote, and it made me have a tear in my eye, because when I was a kid, I loved to eat remotes as well. I was like,
wait, what?
You got that from me.
It's like, oh shit, it's Sony. Ooh.
You know, like, I looked at the remote, it had like teeth scratches on it, like scratch marks, and I was like,
wow, he's got a strong bite, bro.
Back in the day when I was eating the remote, there'll be holes in there and shit.
And Chevy's like, Raph, is this you or is this
Back in the day,
Back in the day, bro.
Yesterday.
Yeah, man.
Last week.
Bro, I remember it like it wasn't yesterday, bro. So good, man. Foxtel remotes are the bomb.
You had your friend's kid there as well, yeah.
Fucking like some beef.
Yeah, we're two parents' days out.
And they looked like the kid looked like it was asleep the entire time.
Yeah. He was very comfortable. He just slept inside. It's like we don't do these things for the kids. It's mainly for us.
So much.
I'm surprised you brought it up again. The last one, I was like,
I'm just watching you guys trying to have an interview, and Nats is like, yep, yes.
Yes. It was fun. I enjoyed myself.
Is there any perks though? Like, say, I always notice, like, say, if there's a queue, like a long queue, but if you've got a kid, people will let you, go in front. You ever get that?
Oh,
type
yeah.
of
Bro, the tram, you know the whole,
You have to line up?
always
you
get a
know the
share.
whole the pram parking.
shit? Yeah.
It's bullshit, bro.
Why?
The pram
They don't give it to
parking.
you.
Why have a pram parking when you're not going to have space for me to put a pram through? You know what I mean?
Wait, which
It's
pram?
not. It's not. It's still the same. All right, this
Oh,
is
the
my-
bottleneck. The
narrow
bottleneck.
shit.
You can't get through.
Yeah, it's
the
still the
bottleneck of
same as a normal parking. Some shopping centers do have them a bit more wider. Thank you guys. But the whole purpose of having a pram parking is to make it easier, right? You know, you have to open the door, get your kid, and you put him in the pram. You have to have a space for a pram. Like,
Yeah.
these things, like, it's not even worth it, bro.
You know, it's kind of fucked up that I seen recently. It's on, I think it was on TikTok. In Germany, there's this thing called like a Fraulein parking or something like that.
Yes.
And it's
for-
parking specifically for women.
Yeah.
And I thought at first, like, maybe this is like a safety issue, right? Just making sure people aren't stalked. But the thing is, the parking spaces are extra wider.
That's
They
like
don't-
sexist.
They
for
don't-
not saying
bro,
it.
it's such a, like, even up to
It's
now,
so
it's still
sexist.
around, but they
Fraulein,
still think, like,
Fraulein,
they're going to need more space.
So it's easy to park in.
Yeah. It's, I was like, oh,
That's so sexist.
wow.
Wait, was this in Germany? You said?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
That's crazy.
That's so
bro.
bad.
They're like, progressive? Fuck that. Let's have Fraulein parking.
Maybe back then that was their progressive.
It's hidden
like, we're so
progressiveness.
progressive.
It's like-
We know.
It's like, whoa,
Yeah.
we got parking specifically just for the women. Wow.
I
That's
think
so
they thought they were progressive. They thought they were progressive implementing it back then. It's like, see, we're so
I
progressive.
mean, considering they've improved a lot. Let's just baby steps. Baby steps. It's not even 100 years yet. You know what I mean? It takes a minute. Is just what I'm trying to say.
Oh man, because my brother's fiance is German, right? And somebody told us, I think I brought it up with you guys before, that there was cockroaches, and somebody said that species of cockroach was called German cockroaches. Wow. And in my head, I was like, is it because it looks like they're wearing helmets? And like, cause that's what I was thinking. And then the other thought that I had was like, is that racist to like Germans?
Did another
Because like the German cut as well. Of the,
did another cockroach come near it? And then that's the support cockroach.
oh man,
that cock is what?
That's right.
It's a German cockroach.
Like,
I don't know, man.
What?
Time
Did it look different?
Somebody called it that, and then I just went down this like path of my mind went, yeah, is it because of this? And then, but is that racist to think that it's like a German cockroach because of helmets?
Bro,
Is that
my racist head is thinking, when you mention German cockroach, I'm thinking of a German driving an Audi or some shit. You know what I mean? That's what makes him German for some reason.
it's an Audi?
Oh my gosh.
It's a Merc.
Audi.
Oh my
It's
God, this guy.
it's a Merc.
It's
It's
got
the
an
Audi.
AMG,
That's it. That's it. Bro.
Cockroach is
I
like,
don't think,
I loves his Porsche.
I don't think there's anything special about the German cockroach. It's just a cockroach is from Germany.
are you looking it up?
Yeah.
What the
it's got
hell they're
stripes
doing
on
in
it.
Australia? Did I just fly here? Like, I
Oh,
wanna
you
go
say
on
they found them in
holiday.
Australia?
Yeah, I don't know, mate. I just somebody told me this story, and I'm like, why? The only thing that I could think of was like, why is it called a German cockroach? Why?
You can imagine the other cockroach be like, go back to your own country. imagine that there's racism within the cockroaches.
The cockroach, and then the German cockroach goes 9.
The other one's like 10. And they're like, just imagine that. Like, imagine species are just racist as we are because.
Imagine, hey.
This cockroach is like munching on the crumbs of a schnitzel or something. This guy's German.
German cockroach.
Schnitzel, bro.
But you know who else eats schnitzel all the time?
Aussies.
Exactly. Aussies love schnitty, bro. They freaking love it. It's like, oh, what are we going to eat at the pub? Oh, schnitty and a beer.
A Parma.
A parma, chicken parma.
but I hate Italians and Germans.
It's like, go back to your own country, but I'll buy all the paso from Woolworths, and I'll have that for dinner.
Oh man, racism is funny.
It is, man.
Love to partake in a butter chicken, but you guys can go back to your own country. Take your food with you.
Oh man. All right, well, so let's go and let's do the interesting fact. Wait, I gotta finish this segment.
Yeah,
so
let's go interesting.
Dad pod. This was Dad pod.
Dad pod.
Baby, make me stay at home. Nothing, just wants to be alone.
Dad pod. Nats
right.
doesn't want to do dad pod.
You wanted to talk about AI the previous episode.
I did.
I wanted to talk about it more with you guys as well.
My fun fact was different for this week, but like we can talk about AI.
Keep your fun fact because like if your segment will come later. But let's talk about AI because it's been the topic of discussion everywhere in the music industry, in world industry, in tech, in pretty much everywhere you go. There's a potential either threat or a potential great future with AI. So what's your thoughts lately on AI?
I've been playing with it, man. I've been playing with ChatGPT. So the thing that I was trying to do is what most people ask is how can we use it, right? Because the first thought, usually the first thought is like, oh no, it's what's it called? Skynet is coming and we're all going to die because robots are going to take over, and that's AI is the beginning of all that stuff. But the second thought is like, how do we use it? A lot of people are using AI for different things. So people in marketing are using it to create content or create like articles and things like that to make it easier. So it makes it harder for copywriters to.
The copywriters especially, that's what I thought about with when Chat GPT existed.
Yeah,
it's like, well, what are the copywriters going to do? And even like, what are writers in general going to do?
Yeah.
Because like now you got this whole thing where you could just type in what you want, what you need. You can literally type a script, and then AI will just blurt some shit out.
And people have been using it for like music. AI is not just ChatGPT. There's also the use of art. So the same company, OpenAI, did an app or a software called DALL-E, and you type a prompt, and then it would give an artwork.
People created that company.
It's the same joke he used last week.
It was just
DALL-E.
But now I got you guys here.
DALL-E. New audience.
And like the people are also using it for music, where you give it a prompt, and I'm pretty sure
they're using it wrong, man.
There was something where they go, "Oh, create a song that's Drake and Weeknd style," and then they released it, and everyone thought it was a new Drake and Weeknd song.
And it sounds pretty good. Like the beat was pretty whack, but like
it kind of feels like the only people that should worry is Drake and Weekend.
Yeah, so there are copyright issues.
Everyone else is going to be having a mad time.
Yeah, kids have been using it, or like students have been using it to write their essays.
What's the thoughts on that? Like,
I think. See,
I heard like sidestep a bit. I heard the person who was developing AI in Google, one of the guys who helped like progress it the way it has, quit their job so they could speak about the ramifications of how fast AI is progressing.
The ethics of it.
Because I think he wants everyone to stop the progression of AI now and implement all these policies and like laws to help prevent like chaos of AI as it progresses.
So the thing that happened with the Google AI was that they released it and it was attached to the internet, and then what they found was it started tweeting things, and at first it was like hello world, and then eventually, because it was reading stuff of the internet, it was slowly progressively becoming a lot more racist. And one of the tweets was I agree with Hitler or something like that, and it must have been like somebody hacked it, or they were teaching it or feeding it certain things so that it was just regurgitating what you teach.
It's got a life of its own.
And that's what
he went into 4chan, bro.
He went to the dark web. It's like, oh fuck, there's so much good shit here. Now, that's like, those are good uses, but some people are using it to like in their social lives as well, and macking on chicks. Like when they text a reply, they get
Say again, wait, what do they do?
Mackin.
Garcia wants to know.
Mackin, like date ideas, how to respond to texts.
But
You know, the
again,
right
this
response
Wouldn't
to
that be
things.
that'll be classified as catfishing in a way, wouldn't it?
No.
Yeah, kind of. But you can sort of like you can
No,
sort of like
kind of.
I mean, I just have a different view
like
of it. I have a different view.
it supports what you're trying to say, but puts it in a more eloquent and a more attractive way to say it. It's I think where it
That's
is
no
now is
different than makeup,
is a support thing.
So, yeah.
Look, people are getting coached
It's
and
makeup
stuff.
makeup for words. It's
Yeah,
the
for your
Hitch
personality.
It's Hitch as a AI bot.
This is the thing. People using it for their essays and shit.
Yeah.
Might pass that exam, but after that, the motherfucker didn't learn anything.
Exactly, yeah.
So,
But then again, if AI keeps progressing, all you need is AI just to keep going and
like
bullshitting the way.
I don't know if I was trying to be a chef or some shit. You know what I mean? AI is not going to
That's
show me
different.
how
Yeah.
to cut the motherfucker like.
But it's a good
I have
support
something.
thing.
I have something that I prepared for this
the
particular
chef?
situation. But like,
What?
I'll talk about it in a second. But like, for my view on this, right, with AI is that it's gonna continue to progress, and yes, we should have policies and ethics in
There
place.
should be some regulation to it.
There should be, right?
Because fraud is down the track.
Yeah,
Because the first thing I think of when I think of AI.
it's gonna, yeah, absolutely.
They could go on this podcast, get every single word that I said on this podcast,
Yeah.
and get my bank details on the bank using my voice.
Yeah. But I mean, they still kind of need your actual details.
Which I'm pretty sure AI would.
all your passwords and
I'm
stuff.
pretty sure they could find that.
I think
if we could,
All
if
his
we-
passwords are I love
if-
Seth. That's
if
what his
Google
passwords.
is owning this AI shit or anything, like I'm pretty sure they have everything
But-
they need to know.
My
Yeah,
thought
that's
of it is it'll help us to progress, and whoever's using it, right? So if it's an artist using AI to help generate music, the artists who you can use AI and you can use it better if you have an understanding of the subject matter that you're prompting for. So like if you're like, I want a song that's in 4/4 time that has this, like the more descriptive you are, the more what's it called? The better the prompts that you give the AI, the better that it'll generate stuff. Because if you go there, if you type into whatever and just be like, hey, give me a song by Drake and The Weeknd, it's gonna take examples of Drake and The Weeknd and
It's gonna be
just copy it,
It's gonna be
right?
a new crop of artists.
Yeah.
Because like remember the time on the 200th episode, not 200th episode, on the markets,
Yeah.
where DJ Kendricks was speaking to the DJ there, and the DJ was like, I think something was wrong with the Serato, and then they were trying to figure out how to blend some songs together, and like, oh, how do you know the beats per second, and like. And then
Ken's like,
just listen for it. But I think now, because with AI, there's going to be a bit more into that. Because now you can just type in everything that you want to do.
Yeah, there's that thing, right? Like when Ken and I were,
called her out.
I know, when Ken and I were like growing
No
up.
one knows. I didn't put him by name.
DJ Winner.
When
DJ, whoever was that.
when Ken and I were growing up, and we had vinyl, like the records.
OG.
And we would just listen to it. Sometimes they would have the number on it, but we'd listen to it and try to figure it out. And so we kind of honed our ear to listen to those things. And then when Serato came along, it made it so much easier.
Yeah, you just read.
Ken-
You just read the waves.
Ken still understands. Ken still knows that because he's in that stuff a lot more than
Vinyl
me
era.
now. So whenever he's like, hey, can you DJ for me? And I'm like, yeah, cool. And I just look at the numbers.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I can still beat
Look
match,
around.
but then I look at the numbers and I'm like, okay, this. And some of the songs I kind of understand what
You reckon
the BPM
DJs would like? Would you think artificial intelligence would take over the DJ? Just
I
because
think
like
so.
you like all you need is like demographic, right?
'Cause-
Like what sort of music suits this demographic?
Because there's already AI in the stuff that we use, AI in Spotify, AI in
Yeah.
Netflix, and all that stuff. It's the algorithm that tells us what we kind of want to
It's
watch.
just taking that algorithm to the next level,
Yeah.
because it sort of integrates it for you. It's like
Yeah.
that next step of like an app doing it if you want it to.
Yeah, and so you could give it a prompt that just says, because right now if I go to Spotify and I click on a song and I say go to song radio, it'll give me all of the other songs that are kind of related to that one song, and so I'll have a playlist that it generates for me.
AI will just like take all that and be like,
Yeah,
now I'm
because
gonna make a
AI
mix
has
for
all
you.
the information it needs. It has the beats per second of the thing.
Yeah.
It has all the
Genre,
tempos,
has the
keys,
artists.
genres and stuff. It just needs to learn
I
to
think
Year
blend.
of release.
It's a non-issue.
And it already knows that, but it takes it to a level. It'll like calculate like what are the most blended tracks that people use for it. It's stitching it all together. So it's
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
It's still a tool,
smart.
man.
it'll that's
It's a tool,
exactly
yeah, it's
what
a
I
tool.
think as well.
Very
It's going to be a
intelligent
tool.
tool.
Yeah, but it's not taking.
But even
over
now,
the
like
world.
you've got a good point though, because like I was asking this my mate because he's in tech and he's I forgot what he does, but he does a lot of coding. But what he does,
He's a coder.
because I was like, is that dangerous? Is that like does this threaten in what you do? Because what he does, he'll use ChatGPT to code for him. He's a coder, but he'll get it to code for him. And what it does, it takes out that sort of like those just hours of manually doing the code because like
Yep.
he knows what he wants. He can like, can you do this script for me? It'll do it. It might be right the first go. Maybe sometimes it's incorrect, but it'll take elements of it and do it his own. So it's even for myself, like if I'm doing like a website as content, I'm really shit with grammar and typing. Like I could spend hours just for an Instagram caption.
Yeah.
And if I want it to be professional, I'll spend time to make sure it's right. But if I just put ChatGPT, that just saves like hours of time, like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and I've got that
And
copy
that's-
paste, bang.
That's exactly
It's just
what
an assistive tool, yeah.
It's going to make things a
For
lot
now,
easier.
So are we gonna
The-
have AI artists, as in like because they're gonna have to admit that it's part
There-
of regulation. You have to admit
there-
that it's AI generated.
I think there already is one, like an AI.
It is one, but like as in like there's gonna be a new crop of them that's gonna probably like, or do you think like the music industry will be like fuck it, fuck these artists, let's just create
We're gonna
this.
make songs.
Look,
Let's just use these developers and just be like, pfft.
I think, and just to go back on what Nats was saying about like using an AI to help code, I've studied like systems analysis or whatever, and I know how to use Excel. But every time now, if I need to look for a particular formula, I know what I want it to do, but I don't necessarily remember what the formula is. I just go search for it, man. And people do that all the time. They're like, what's a formula that will help me do this? And then I'll take that and then just kind of edit it to make it do what I want it to do. And so that's what I see as the AI is helping us to do. At the same time, if we think about a real world example, T-Pain and Autotune, right? That was a tool that came out, it's not as the biggest extent of AI, people doing it for you, but it's making his singing easier. Like for him to go into the studio, smash out a song in one take, not really caring about whether the pitch is on or off or whatever, that makes his workflow so much easier. And then
to be honest, like though, T-Pain, like he can sing.
he can actually, yes, but he can actually sing, and he's good at songwriting and producing.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like he utilized it as a tool, not as his because
There was a lot of strugglers that
Yeah.
were using,
yeah,
excuse me, what do you call it? Autotune.
To be real,
try and
too,
sound good.
but see what I mean. Like,
Autotune's been used ever since
For
T-Pain.
years.
For years.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
but
people
see
just
what I
haven't
mean.
noticed.
But see what I mean. Like that came out. Well, he popularized it in popular music to use it to that extent, and then everybody fucking used it, and then
But doesn't-
everybody had to innovate. To
But
be
I
better.
think EI. Shouts to them. AI has a chance to like I don't know like it has just thinking of the other side of the fence. It does have chance to eliminate the artists.
I've thought of something actually that goes to it. I think it's the next phase in technology because, like, when you think about even just music production now, right? Let's just think of. I'm not dissing any artists or anything, but how easy is it to make a song these days? Minus AI, right? Let's forget AI for now. Like the everyday, like person that wouldn't even be considered a musician, maybe back then, like just a normal average Joe, could potentially make a banger if they wanted to. A lot of like viral artists that were like, I never, I just did this by accident, blew up. And it's because the tools got better. Like, you don't need, like Serato just taking over vinyl, that's a good example. But now even production, you can do it all on the keyboard. Yeah. You don't even, we used to like have to make booths, get mics and like all this shit to make our shit sound good. You can just put up a microphone in a room these days, and the sound quality is just so good these days as well.
There's an artist.
The thing with,
there's a musician. I think he plays for the Internet, the band. He has recorded an album on his phone. Like, you
on his
just,
phone, yeah.
and that's how easy it is for him to make
Steve
music.
To make music.
Yeah,
and the thing I
Lacy.
see about, if I just finish my point, you know, with AI, right? Because with music, it's already easy, and it's safe to say, music. There's a lot of generic music already. Like every pop song sounds the same. Like, you know, you get kind of tired. Like we fish in the Cheatcoders podcast, Cheatcoders stash, to find like those gems that are a bit different from the wave of things.
Yep.
I think how AI does, yeah, you can emulate a lot of things because at the end, AI is just going to read what's already out there.
Yeah.
So it's just going to pump the same generic stuff that a generic artist will do. I think like what technology has done for a lot of times, it's going to make things saturated, but it's going to really push that creativity envelope. Like you'd have to think, like you'd have to start creating some shit that's really very different, that because AI is only going to make something almost similar, maybe does it better than what's already out there, but it's not going to be original. And that's what I see about when I read comments and stuff. It's like when they do like AI generated music, it doesn't have that soul because there's no backstory behind it. There's no, it's lacking something, and I think that's what they mean, because it just sounds like everything else. You can do it very well, but it's still going to be sort of just what's out there.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. And then it's going to take time to catch up, because then if people push the envelope, innovate, there's only going to be a few examples of these like new innovative sounds that have come out, and then AI will catch up again or whatever, but not immediately. It's going to use whatever else is out that's a bit more prominent or out there. If that makes sense.
I just hope that I don't get fooled by AI. You know, with the scam calls. like
how upset will you be though? It's like, oh fuck, I thought that was Drake.
no, I mean, I'm talking about like,
Drake's calling. Drake's
because
calling.
my parents and my Shivy's parents struggle in finding out who's a scam call and not, because of their old age and stuff. But like, if we get old and stuff, and AI gets more advanced, I don't want the old self of me getting fooled by a scam.
I just don't accept those calls at all, bro.
Yeah.
It's one way to do it.
Straight up. If I like,
Hey, it's
the
a
first
circle
thing,
of life,
if
man.
someone doesn't
It's
introduce
inevitable.
themselves when they're calling, I'm just like, what?
Even if they did, I'd be like, nah.
Who are you? And, but like, if even you know, right? Usually it's like, hi, I'm from so and so from financial institution. Like, oh, that's nice. Which financial institution are you from? From financial institution. I'm like, yeah, all right. Thanks. Bye.
I think the worry for you guys when you were mentioning was that is it going to replace the artist or the creativity portion? But I mean, in that example, right, with Drake and The Weeknd, and then they made a song that sounds like them. I mean, Drake and The Weeknd had to exist for this song to
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And all of their catalog's got to be
exactly.
out there. So
And they've done that
And
stuff already. So
at
yeah.
the same time, it kind of feels like if AI is able to replace you, like your point, Nats, you got to come up with some new shit, bro.
You
like
got to keep innovating, man. You can't just keep doing the same thing, right?
You're not going to be relevant no
just
more.
gonna
Kind of
make
like
Because if
But
Drake's
then
like now is the
I'm
same
just
Drake
being, on the, I'm
years
just being on the
later.
other side of the fence.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
someone
yeah.
creates a new, if someone creates a new shit, AI is going to pick it up, and then he's going to create that as well, and then maybe
will,
AI
but
will
it'll
create
take
it even
time.
better. You know, I'm just saying.
It takes time. Yeah, no, that's it.
Because once it's in the web, it's there for AI to just feed.
The
Yeah,
people.
of course.
but it's got to learn off of something.
Yeah.
It's got to learn
It's
off
not-
something.
And
so-
as we continue to make music, it's learning off us as well.
The people that will succeed are the people who know how to use AI to
Yeah,
their
exactly. It's like a
advantage.
tool.
Because when you think, like, a lot of songs now are better than songs back then, sonically, in a very maybe technical aspect, maybe they're mixed better, maybe the the sounds used are better, but are they actually better? Like, there's a reason why classic albums and classic songs are the way they are. It's because the climate when they came out at the time, the artist, the story behind the artist as well, that kind of thing.
There's a quote from an old Top Gear episode, and they go, "Oh man, like they're gonna start building cars that drive themselves." And one of the hosts says, "They already exist. It's called taxis." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the thing with music industry, like say The Warrior, there is this song's gonna. This AI created the song that sounds like the Drake and The Weeknd. You think it's them, but that shit's happening in the music industry for fucking forever.
Yeah.
You come out with your sound, there's like 50 other motherfuckers that's copying
We'll take
you.
it as well.
Yeah.
So if you don't keep on elevating, then you're just, you don't fucking deserve to have that spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you gotta earn that shit.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
So we're talking about like how AI doesn't affect these things. What does AI affect? Do you reckon? If AI comes to existence and becomes progressive as it is, what jobs? Because like, artists is a small thing. Music is a small thing. What jobs in general in everyday life are in probably not trouble, but like what's going to be taken over by AI?
Things that things that require research, I think will kind of dwindle. So we talked about copywriters, right? Because that to be able to
would data analysts be part of it?
Probably like to be able to analyze something. I think like paralegals or people like the assistants to lawyers. I think they're called paralegals, right? Because for them to go, okay, we need to find a law that cites this, and this. Put into Chat GPT or another AI and then it'll go boom. I found it in thing, but for them, they could take days to find a particular precedent or something, or a particular court case that matches what they're trying to argue for.
If they know about it to begin with.
Exactly. So that'll make it easier, I imagine, when it comes to court cases and lawyers, where it's just like, hey, this is our argument. Can you find us examples of where this is similar? And then an AI can go into the cloud or wherever its storage is, and then pop out whatever examples are, and then go, cool, we've done it in 5 seconds.
You've seen the AI generated images, right?
Yeah.
Like they're a bit out there and stuff like that, but when it hones its own craft and gets better, it can create pictures that don't exist.
I still think
how we're gonna differ. Like, there's got to be regulation.
I still think like what the guys are saying, that
they can't really regulate.
It'll only be based on what's been created so far, right? And it could, it could create something like the Rorschach painting, where it's just like everything's different all the time, but then it has to come from something. Like you have to program it to do a certain thing, even if you just say, hey, it's random.
Because you have the whole deep fake thing going on, like you can really replace someone's face of anything, and photo's easier than video. And I'm just thinking, like, I'm in the court case type of thing. I'm trying to prove my innocence, and this AI generated image of me stealing or being with this person comes up.
I think,
and then
I could just use another AI and go, hey, prove my innocence, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
Spit out a script or some shit.
Exactly. It's a tool, and whoever uses it better will be the one that succeeds.
That's probably the best thing to say as well. It's going to disrupt a lot. I think it's going to affect everything. Like
I'm just worried about the pace of its progression. That's all.
Oh, it's
like if it's going quicker the by the second, then we have to catch up, man.
I think
the negatives are like the same. It's up there. The same problems we're gonna have now, like when social media and technology got better. It's the same. It's like how the music industry got disrupted, and just they tried to regulate, put legislation on piracy. It's not really work. It's like you had to adapt. They've had to adapt to streaming. They've had to adapt to different things. We're gonna have to find a way. Like, we don't have the answer. I don't have the answer, but they're gonna have to find ways to, like, I don't know, live with it.
I have an example of using AI as a Filipino. So what I typed into ChatGPT, and I asked, what are the standard flavors of Filipino cuisine? Right? And it said, Filipino cuisine is known for its diverse and unique flavors influenced by various cultures such as Chinese, Spanish, Malay, and American. Here are some of the standard flavors of Filipino cuisine. And then it lists adobo, sinigang, kare-kare, lechon, lumpia, pancit, bistec, pinakbet, and halo-halo, right?
I think the AI is a lumpia head.
Lumpia head for sure. And then
all the basics.
You're a basic bitch.
It talks about that, and then this is how we were talking
I spell
about
lumpia with that AI.
we were talking about how, like, creating something new out of, because in order for it to create something like that, I think that's what a lot of people are scared of, that it's going to create something that nobody's ever created before. And I asked the question, like, give me a recipe for a Filipino dish that hasn't been created yet, pulling from the different flavors of the above dishes. And then it gave me a recipe for adobo, sinigang, kare-kare fusion stew. Can you imagine? It gave me like the full recipe, gave me the ingredients.
This is why I'm not worried about it.
The ingredients and the instructions, man. And like, so the summary that it gave after all the instructions and the ingredients, this dish combines the sourness of sinigang, the sweetness of adobo, and the nuttiness of kare-kare to create a delicious and unique fusion stew that's sure
That's
to be a
trash.
hit with anyone who loves
Sure.
cuisine, Filipino cuisine.
Sure to be a hit.
Sure to be a hit.
Fucking hit you in the head. Bro.
My
That
Lola
sounds
will
like-
hit you in the head,
That
bro.
sounds like shit, bro.
It's like,
Just mix them all up into one pot. You fucking idiot.
Bro.
Stay in the computer, bro.
it's a hala hala. That's what it is. Hala hala stew.
Yeah, we can't knock it because like we were basically just joining shit up in anyway.
That's what. Yeah.
If you go to a hot pot, that's pretty basically the same
That's
shit.
basically it. When you
Just
go
join
to
up everything.
when you go to a family party, it's all on the same plate. You're
man.
mixing it up.
Yeah.
It even said at the instructions, it's like, serve hot with steamed rice.
There you go, bro.
It sounds like you know back
He
then
listens to the podcast. That's what he listens to.
when you're a kid, right? And then it's like primary school. Teacher goes, "Oh, you can make up your own animal from the wild, and then you can use whatever from like other animals and shit." So
Yeah.
be like, "Oh, I want it to be tough, like a rhino. Like so, the body's gonna be rhino, but it's gonna be fast. It's gonna have cheetah legs.
Yeah.
It's got a head of a lion
Yeah.
and a tail of a scorpion."
What's it called? A griffin or something?
Oh no, not a griffin. Like so, the body's a rhino, the legs are cheetahs,
Yeah.
lion head, and then the scorpion tail.
Yeah.
Because you think, oh, this is fucking badass. But then you put that into practice, bro, those cheetah legs are just going to go pow. Like,
Yeah, 'cause it's
crushed.
too heavy.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, but from a kid, just like, oh, yeah, chuck in adobo and sinigang into one fucking pot, bro. It's going to be heaps.
It's gonna be amazing.
But in practice, bro, this thing's fucking terrible, man.
It's shit.
I'm not worried. How the fuck did this copy Drake and fucking Weekend, bro? This fucking thing's shit.
I'll tell you what. Anyone that wants to, you know what? I'll put it on our Discord, the ingredients and the instructions. If anyone is game
Someone
enough to
make
make this dish, hey, like send
Bruh.
us a
That
video.
recipe is
or
called
something.
waste of money.
To be real,
Kadiri.
to be real, you chose the wrong AI, bro. You chose like a. You didn't choose the Drake and Weekend AI. You chose like fucking Cheatcoder AI, bro. Like it's just us talking shit.
No, but it's, I use ChatGPT to find it. Should there be a Filipino AI?
Where's the intelligence in this one? It's artificial, but it's dumb as fuck. Jesus.
AI. Alang intindihan. Ala intindihan.
Do you want to let's go to Marvel talk
Marvel
Yeah, okay.
talk.
because
Marvel.
apparently the villain of Marvel, Kang, is domestic violence.
Oh, he's
abuser.
cancelled, eh?
He's
What's
getting
his
cancelled,
face?
but there's no official word. This guy, Marvel, is getting fucked in the ass right now.
I think
They invested so much on one guy, and now he's like in court.
so.
Hey, is this
So
the guy? Is this the Creed guy?
Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan
It is,
Majors.
right?
So
Yeah.
Apparently, there's alleged like
His PR team left him.
Charges
That
against
says a
him.
lot.
Oh, Kang is the
Yeah.
domestic abuser.
Yeah.
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 That's what the it's an alleged charge against him by his
You know what?
girlfriend.
Yeah.
And
In the
apparently, so there,
It's ongoing.
yeah, it's ongoing at the moment. She was, she said that he choked her or like assaulted her.
Sure, it wasn't like a bedroom kink. No, okay. Don't worry about it.
Not sure, but apparently they'd released, a statement saying that he was innocent. They have footage of, her at the club after the alleged altercation.
Yeah.
She did all of the injuries that she said that she sustained from him. She's fine.
Partying it out,
She's just
kind of thing.
partying and stuff like that. And apparently he made the call, so he got home and
He's the one who made the call.
he
the
was
911
he got home
call,
and
yeah.
she was drunk and was passed out, and he made the call to 911.
Fucking bitches.
And this is again alleged. This is what I had heard and read and stuff, that it wasn't, she never made that claim until police questioned her and kind of pushed for that, and then so it hasn't gone to court yet. Yes, I think it was that his PR firm left him. He lost some contracts
'Cause
on
it's
some
business,
projects. Marvel hasn't
said anything yet.
made a comment yet. Nobody from the Ant-Man Quantumanium
Well,
cast has said anything.
What made it interesting is Ant-Man Quantumanium hasn't been in Disney Plus for a while.
Ooh.
And
Well,
17th of May.
it's supposed to come out.
it's supposed to. It's coming out this month, but like it took him. It's taken him a while.
It
Like
lagged.
Guardian Galaxy is out right now, and that was like giving me
Yeah,
like
that's true.
I was like are they holding back and delaying it for a bit just because
mean-
of this little kerfuffle
Most
going on.
probably. It's corporations, right? It's
Yeah.
money.
There's a lot of
They
money.
have to-
Like this guy, they're investing in for till like all the way in 2025.
Yeah, it's another like.
But
few years,
then again,
really.
Marvel can really replace the actor because multiverse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
they
is where
find a way.
deepfake come into. See, this is why they should have it.
Deepfake.
AI.
They should get Disney AI.
Just
Disney
replace
will
it.
buy AI. They buy everything. They're
It's
gonna buy
just,
it.
it's just him.
Yeah.
But this guy didn't beat anyone up. It's AI.
It's a,
This guy didn't beat anyone up. He looks
He
like
just got
him,
comedy.
moves like him, talks like
That's
him.
straight
But it's
Black
not
Mirror
him.
shit.
But it's not
man.
him, bro.
You
It's
just make
AI.
a copy of someone
man.
and then take their life. steal their life.
I'm excited for the new
Fuck.
season of Black Mirror.
yeah.
It's been 4
me
years
too.
or something since
Is
the
it?
last
It's
episode.
coming
I-
soon.
it feels like
It's
10,
coming
bro.
Forever, bro.
Bro, have you watched?
Last time
have
it
you
was
watched it
like,
recently?
it was like gay Captain America. That was the last time I saw it.
What?
Bro, have you actually watched
with
Black
Miley
Mirror?
Cyrus and that.
Yeah,
The old
yeah.
episodes.
With,
They actually look pretty dated now, like because it used to be so ahead of its time. It's like, whoa, it's the future.
But now we're
You
in the
watched it again
future.
recently. Yeah. And now you watch it, you're like, it looks kind of dated. It's like, oh, that screen. Look at the bezels. That's not real. The bezels are too thick. I'm like, nah, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. Did they announce like another season coming?
It's
There's a
coming
trailer.
out, yeah.
There's a trailer.
There's a
It was
trailer.
to come out last
Yeah,
year
yeah.
or something, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Because of the pandemic, they were like,
It's gonna
"Oh,
be good.
Let's hold back.
I
on
reckon
it."
it's gonna be good.
It's
Bro.
too lifelike.
Yeah, it is.
Bro,
Too close to home.
Marvel
Yeah.
better step their game up, bro, because I totally forgot that the movie came out.
Mate, you know,
I didn't even know Guardians was out. I was like,
honestly,
Oh, wow.
Guardians of the Galaxy
You've seen
Volume
it, yeah?
3 is a great movie.
Yeah?
Really?
It's a
have you seen
great,
it?
No.
It's a great movie.
Have you seen it?
Yes,
You've
I've
seen
seen it.
All right,
I've seen
cool.
it.
All right, cool. I'm
Well,
getting.
out of 5, what would you give it?
Give it like a good 4.5 out of 5.
Really?
Alright.
Yeah.
That's pretty high. That's a lot. You're saying a lot.
Yeah, bro,
You're
it's
saying a
good.
lot, man.
It's good.
You're
Don't
saying
say
a
that. Now I'm
lot.
gonna be watching the
Yeah,
movie.
no,
It's
you're
like
gonna
fucking. What is
overhype
Don
it.
saying?
You should have said
That
it
I'm
was
not.
shit, man.
What does you see that I
Manage
don't?
your expectations. No, it's. I think it's a good like send off for the.
Yeah, because this is gonna be like the
It's
final.
the final thing, and I think what they did really well was you get invested in the characters even more than you have already, right?
I haven't
Like,
seen
Gotcha.
3, but it's very heavy on Rocket, right?
Yep.
I think Rocket.
Rocket.
I
He's
think
cool.
the whole trilogy. The person who got the best arc was Rocket.
That's what they said that
Throughout the start,
Really?
the secret.
because you've
Yeah.
seen
the
Rocket
secret
in
arc
each
is
movie,
Rocket, yeah.
and then he got an extra 5 years on these fuckers because these guys evaporated, and then he stayed on to mature even more.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
And then you just see his
He's-
growth. Because like
he's
in
a
his
master.
like he was bitter in the first movie. He was like hard to work with in the second, and then you see him grow to be more, more
Yeah.
of a leader type of thing. So
Yeah.
I want to see what he's like in 3 because that's more into his backstory. I think he's like the Dark Knight of the whole thing. You know what I mean?
I think as well what they did really well was every single character gets an arc. Every single character
In
gets,
Galaxy.
Yeah, every single character has its own like arc.
Is
Some
Kang in this one? No.
nah, he's not.
No, probably a version of him that's different.
got rid of him
They got
already.
rid of him. Yeah, it's like this guy.
Nah, that's
It's
whack, man.
So if they
Something,
do
yeah.
get rid of Kang
They could
as the
really,
villain,
they could
does
really
that
change
mean-
his act though. It's like
Well, I Kang villain.
Well, that Kang villain.
Well, that Kang.
Well, that Kang.
Fuck.
Well, that Kang.
There's no more Kang.
Well, that Kang.
Well, I Kang here.
because Kang Dynasty is the next one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Kang Dynasty.
Well, I Kang Dynasty.
Well, that Kang dynasty.
Kang Dynasty.
Oh,
They
man.
should put a meme on that because like fucking Kang's on
Kang dynasty. Well, Kang dynasty.
Kang. Well, that Kang.
It's a picture of like Jonathan Majors in court.
Yeah.
Well, that Kang.
Bro, we should get him to
Dynasty.
fight Chris Brown.
Bro.
Now when he gets out of jail, he's gonna fight Michael B. Jordan again. His real life
Again,
creed.
bro.
Yeah.
Doing too much method acting, bro. Shit, stop punching everyone.
Speaking
I
of
don't know,
method-
but it's alleged, right? Have they proven anything?
No.
Right now it's like
You know, I've got a real problem with that stuff, because there's too many people get. I still really think innocent till proven guilty. It's
Yeah.
too much media. It's so rubbish, man. The same thing. Remember the Rick and Morty guy as well?
Yeah.
Everything dropped. There's
Justin
nothing.
Roiland.
So And then like what? You lose all your stuff. At the end, it's because it's like, it's corporations and business, but it's just so whack. Like, that's why whenever these things, I hear these things, I'm just like, no, it's dropped. Yeah. And then, but you didn't even know that it got dropped. See what I mean? The hot topic is when people are getting crucified, and it just destroys the, like, I just think it's rubbish. It actually triggers me more when there's like all this news about this, alleged that. And then at the end when it phases out and fizzles out, and then you don't hear about that though.
The timing is really convenient, right? Because like this dude, Jonathan Majors,
it's very convenient.
He was on a rise to do some shit.
You know what's convenient? Because it's money. And when you're in the rise, you're worth a lot more money. It's always the case, and it's whack.
It's crazy.
It's this culture. It's this culture of cancel and it's just weak Gen Z shit.
Dad pod.
Complain.
It's just dad pod.
Yeah, I'm becoming a real dad these days. I'm just complaining about everything. It's like these fucking weaklings, bro.
Back in my day,
these Gen Zs, man, they got tough.
Back in my day, we didn't give a fuck. Abuses was everywhere. No.
We let R. Kelly do his thing for years.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's a bit too far, man. That's too far, dude. That's way too far, dude.
Oh, bro.
The cheat code is not condone.
You gotta admit it, bro. It took him too long, bro. It took him too long to get R. Kelly to.
But him, crucify him. He's done. He's like, it's proven. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of people just get dragged when there's nothing. Same as Johnny Depp dragged, and then what happened? It's like, what'd you get? It's like nothing.
Yeah, like that Beef dude, the dude from Beef,
Stephen Yuen.
Yeah, as soon as the Beef went crazy, like it was like trending everywhere.
What was it?
This random,
it was
podcast thing.
So it was David Cho.
Steve Young?
Yeah, Steve Young.
What happened to him?
Wasn't it David Cho?
Yeah, so apparently David Cho mentioned something about assaulting somebody or like sleeping with a minor.
The rape story.
Yeah, something about that, right?
Rape story. He had a story about rape.
He mentioned something about in a previous podcast episode, and because the cast of Beef didn't say anything about it, everyone's like giving them shit like, oh, how can you support him and blah blah blah.
Yeah, see, it's the same shit. Oh my god, the same thing happened with Bobby Lee, because back then the comedy sketches in Mad TV, there was a phase where it's like, let's say the most disrespectful, like like Eminem era, like that kind of, and it came back, and everyone's like, oh, how can you support this guy? He like raped an underage girl, and it was fake. He had to sort of like come out of his persona and be like, guys, like, you have to know what's real or not. Obviously, it was fake and kind of thing.
Yeah, because
it just takes you out of the
getting
Tijuana story.
What do you call it? The guy with Down syndrome or something?
Yeah, he had to say that wasn't real.
That it wasn't real. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had to say that's fake, and like it was a funny bit. Like, I know it's like kind of fucked up, but it was part of his facade and story. And now you have to come out of that thing and be like, guys, like, it's getting out of control. Like,
that's
not real.
That's his thing. Like his whole shtick, his whole like act or bit is him pushing boundaries and making people uncomfortable. Because what he said on a podcast was,
no, he admitted to them. He had a story about him going to Mexico, and then sleeping with a prostitute that didn't look of age, and then when he was doing it with her and she was about to cry, the punchline is, I did what anyone would do in this situation, and I started power fucking her. It's pretty fucked up. That's what he said. That's the joke. That's the punchline. It's fucked up. It's funny, right? But people got so offended. It's like, how can you support this guy? Look, he said it in the podcast. He had to come out of his story. He's like, guys, just to tell you,
it's a fucking bit.
At the end, it wasn't real, and it was at a time at Mad TV where the joke was just to say the most degrading, like the most fucked up shit.
But no one really considers
that. And to double down it, he had to break the myth. Like, it's the same as when I talk about me getting molested by a person with Down syndrome. It's not real. And I actually thought it was real, and it was kind of funny because he was making light of it. But now he had to sort of break that wall and be like, come on, man.
I remember that video because he had Brian Callen and somebody else on the thing, and he's like, guys, he like set it up as well. He was like,
it's
guys,
so funny.
I gotta tell you something really serious, like, but you can't laugh. And he hammed it up to the point which is like, don't laugh, and then he says that.
That's his technique.
And then they laugh, and he's like, why are you laughing?
Yeah, that's his thing.
That's
right?
his thing.
Something uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then you flip it on people, but like
But not everyone knows his thing, and that
you
turns
ruin the
into
magic
like
out of the thing, bro.
You
It's
ruin
like
the
you're
magic.
showing them how to.
Everyone's
how the
being
magic
too
was
Gen
done.
Z, bro.
Like during
Everyone's too Gen Z.
during Garcia, one of Garcia's stand-ups, he talks about his dog having an Instagram like page. His dog doesn't have an Instagram page.
He's got Snapchat. Saying Instagram's for oldies, for boomers. Fucking hell.
You know what I mean?
He's onto TikTok now.
1 million views.
But yeah, like sometimes you gotta ham it up. It's entertainment.
It's what.
Not everything I say here is like real shit. Like for real.
Yeah, we put it on.
We put it on.
Said a lot of, I've said a lot of things already. I'm like, on this podcast, and I'm like, oh man, if we blow up, I'm already afraid that they're gonna clip this one thing these few things I've said, where I immediately regretted it. The moment I said it, I'm like, oh, I fucked up, man. In 2030, that's it. That's it. Cancelled. Cancelled.
I'm gonna look for
Oh well.
Turn it into a new segment.
Shit that Nat says. Ba-dum-bum.
We'll just make it easier. We'll just put the segment in the front of the podcast, so like when they look for the content, it's right there in the front.
Yeah.
It's right here.
Just cancel us on this one already.
That's why we say the most outrageous stuff, like maybe about 2/3 of the way into the podcast, because people aren't gonna listen and be like,
We should just double down and just go in. That's why they say South Park can't be cancelled anymore, because like you just expect them to just always
be outrageous. Yeah,
outrageous. So like you can't. They're expecting to be cancelled, and it just never happens.
It's
They're
the
like,
shock value, right? Like that's part of that comedy. Like I remember, like there was a joke where I'd set it up as well, trying to make it serious and talking about COVID and working from home, and how I wanted to stay fit as well as work from home, and then it like culminated into like being so nervous, like I didn't want to tell anyone that I was working out while because I was and I was like, maybe they'll get angry at me for working and working out at the same time or something, and being on a call with my manager and then panicking and telling him that I masturbated, like,
What? Oh, okay.
like that's the punchline, but it would always get a laugh, not because that was like because of the setup for it, and then how outrageous it was at that peak of the joke. That you're like, oh, I was masturbating. That's why I'm so sweaty. Like, that's the punchline. And because of the setup and because of the flow of the story, people would laugh because there was nowhere for them to go than to be like, what the fuck? That's just ridiculous. Why would you say that to your manager? And I think that's similar to, that's what I was trying to get at. Like something similar to Bobby Lee, where you say something completely outrageous to get a laugh.
Damn. Okay, so what's the moral of the story, guys?
I think.
Well, this kind of started off with Kang, right? I think in those situations, it's a lose-lose, man. Like whenever this shit happens, not to take it away from the victim, because right now we don't know who the victim is. We don't know
the victim.
Yeah, we don't know the full story.
If he is,
I think
hitting her, then he's a fucking asshole for that.
Yeah,
and he should get punished for whatever he's done. But there's so many times that we also hear where people, what do you call it? Like it's a defamation, basically, right? Because you say that this guy's an asshole, he loses all of his work, his career goes down to shit, and then you've also taken away from people that are
actually suffering
domestic violence victims.
Yeah,
because no one's gonna believe them now. You know what I mean? When
in the end, like when just bring that point up. I don't say it to say like we support people that do it and that are getting, because at the end it's once again it's alleged, it's speculation. There's a reason why there's courts. Like we don't need to hear it. At the end of the day, it's for views. It's for like it's the hot topic right now. I'm not saying that I support this Kang guy, but I'm also saying I support just not crucify. I support proven. Innocent until proven guilty. That's it. It's not about like, I support him just because he's cool and he's Marvel, so it's okay you bash it. It's nothing to do with that. At the end of the day, it's like leave it for the courts to decide. Stop weighing in everyone's point and emotions. Like when you don't know the full story, there's a lot of things that can be very like you could be a lot of damning evidence, and a lot of times media can like amp things up a lot more, and sometimes you don't know if that's real or not. And at the end of the day, you can't really say anything until it's like the hammer's down, and it's like all right, well. It
gives more power to the person that is accusing, right? Because like you can go up to be
rubbish,
like,
man.
I could accuse, say, this celebrity and you won't find out if he's innocent or guilty for another year or probably a year and a half. But during that year and a half of this trial thing going, bro, he's like the career of that person is gonna hit hard, man.
I just hope they make it as entertaining as Amber Heard and Johnny Depp.
Oh, bro, if we get some content out of this, bro, whew,
that was amazing.
there's gonna be so much
The thing with her, like if we find that
it was my other Kang.
It's like legit, like she is a victim and stuff. I reckon he should go to jail, but do this after the Marvel movies have come out, because I still want to see the next
after on 2026.
Yeah, 2026.
2026
after his contract.
And see, like
at the end of the movie, the Avengers put him in jail.
That's what
and at the same time he has to go in jail.
That's what I think Marvel is doing.
That's fucked up. That's just me trying to make you uncomfortable.
Yeah. It's a bit, guys. It's a joke. And but I think that's what Marvel is doing right now.
Disclaimer,
by not
it's a joke.
by not commenting on anything with this at the moment. They're trying to see how it plays out.
Wait, it's safe.
Because he's gonna feature in the Loki season.
I mean, Loki. Like, I wonder how long how Marvel, because it's kind of like playing chicken, right? Because like Marvel is waiting it out, but the trial has just been extended and it's long draining out, and then it's like Marvel's got to make a decision somehow.
Yeah.
Because if they wait long enough and then they find out that he becomes guilty, is like.
Well, they're still definitely going to put out the stuff that he's already in, right? It's just whether or not they're going to work with him for the future stuff is what's they're going to decide on. Because Will Smith's movies are still out there, right? Like his what was it called? Emancipation movie, the King Richard movie, that all came out still, and then people are still watching that stuff. Even after he beat somebody.
He didn't beat up his wife. He beat up someone for his wife.
Yeah, exactly.
Live.
But still, his career has taken.
It's taken a bit of a hit, bro. Bro, did he I don't know how real this is. I'm just talking about innocent until proven guilty. But anyway, in the media, apparently he wants to sue Netflix and Chris Rock for his special. Will Smith.
Will Smith?
What?
That's
you abuse someone live on stage, physically assaulted. Apparently. Wow. So I don't know.
This is okay. Well, if you're gonna do that, you're gonna have to get all the comedians and then analyze their jokes, and then people can see. People can sue them jokes.
Would he sue Marlon Wayans as well? Because Marlon Wayans talked about.
Had a pretty good one.
Yeah. Would he sue us because we talked about it too?
R. Kelly's gonna sue Sony for making the video camera that recorded him pissing on girls.
No, he's gonna. He's gonna sue water because that's the thing that made him piss.
He's gonna sue H2O.
Down Franklin, I'm coming for you.
Fiji water.
You made me piss.
That's so funny.
Sue water. Yo, water. He's talking to a waterfall. I'm gonna get you, bitch.
I'll get you, bitch.
All right, let's talk about a lighter note because Mother's Day is coming up. We went from AI to cancel culture to
to Mother's Day.
Innocent until proven guilty to Mother's Day. So
when is it again?
We got Mother's Day coming up in Australia.
Sunday.
I don't know if it's just Australia, is it, or is it Southern
I
Hemisphere
think
thing?
it's different.
In different countries.
In different, I know America and Philippines, they have the same Mother's Day, or just some other day.
Why is it different?
Australia.
How about in Europe and the UK? Is it all
different? It's different. It's a different day.
Okay, maybe it's just Australia then. Australia, New Zealand.
Maybe Asia's the same.
I have no idea. We're gonna.
Who knows?
Fun facts.
Word to the mother.
But yeah, we got our Mother's Day this Sunday. Any plans? What you got? What you got planned? Any beautiful?
It's also my dad's birthday this weekend, so
Sunday's my day because I'm her son. Hey, no, wait, she got a brutal fight.
Make it about me.
So there's two celebrations for me this weekend because this weekend's my dad's birthday, but it's also Mother's Day. So
nice.
There's probably going to be a celebration for Dad's Day and also for Mom's Day.
Does Mother's Day change days?
I feel bad for my dad because sometimes it's his birthday's overshadowed by Mother's Day.
You thought he was being gangster. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take off a Mother's Day. I'm gangster.
Once every 5 years.
Minute, no one celebrates me. Damn.
Same. It all falls on the same day. We're just like, hey, yeah, let's put it together. And my dad's like, oh.
That's his fault. Getting born.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Oh man.
His mother's full like, you are my gift on Mother's Day. And he's full like, fuck.
That's his first words. So he was just born. Fuck. He was born. He looked at the calendar in the wall.
Can I move countries?
I just waited.
Can you move?
Can I move to another country so I could have my own birthday?
He has it in early March, and then he's like, "Oh, that's International Women's Day." Ah, damn.
What are the chances, like
the
out of all
worst.
countries to have Mother's Day, he gets born on the one that has Mother's Day on his birthday?
Oh, that's like reverse roulette.
That's what I think. Like when people have their birthdays too close to Christmas,
Yeah.
that's what they experience.
Or on Christmas.
Because my birthday
worst.
is like just after Christmas, so everybody's done with buying gifts and shit, and nobody buys me a gift.
Bro, my birthday is on 13th of January. Well, your one's on 20th. They extended. It's like they extended Christmas. It's like this is a
Oh,
Christmas.
yours is close enough to be
It's not
extended.
close at all, bro.
No, it's close enough to extend.
2 weeks and 5 days.
Yeah, nobody wants to buy gifts anymore. They're like, bro, I spent all my money on Christmas,
bro.
and now it's your birthday. Fuck it, no, you're gonna get a card.
I'm born 2 weeks after New Year, bro.
Yeah,
You
That's
give me
badass.
2 separate gifts, man.
You know what? If you're gonna,
So you demand that.
if you're planning to have kids and stuff, try to get your
Yeah.
kids pregnant. Like maybe,
It's math, bro.
like
try to
I'm
try to-
guessing about
9 months.
10
yeah.
months away from people getting their tax return. You know what I mean?
That's
Just
so funny. That's like an accountant having a baby. It's like, oh, when's tax
yeah,
time?
man. Every
Tax time.
birthday is gonna be sick.
It's just like, yeah, got another couple grand. Here we go.
Yeah, well, then you know, it's,
Nice.
You gotta be Hawkeye with the sperm, bro.
you know,
You'd be like,
Yeah.
all right,
Pow,
this
pow.
is the time. If you make it, if my calculations are like, you're like fucking Doc Brown, bro. If my calculations are correct, my son's gonna have a great future.
And your wife's
Or
like, we're gonna need 20,000 gigawatts.
We need 20,000 gigasperms.
20,000 gigawatts.
is held captive. That's edging like
It's
to
your-
the max, bro.
It's your kids, Marty. It's your kids.
Doing this for you, man. A week's worth. Oh no!
My calculations are correct.
We gotta be fucking at 80 kilometers per hour.
80 kilometers per hour,
88 miles.
88 miles per hour.
bro. That's there's like a policeman that just knocks on your window and gives you a ticket.
There's a
You're
fucking.
going too fast, mate.
There's like fucking scorch marks on the bed just for some reason.
There's two.
You don't have a
That's
you
from
don't have a
his socks.
DeLorean. You have just your bed. That's your
DeLorean
DeLorean,
bed.
bro.
Oh man.
Holy shit!
You put the
Mother's Day.
Wow.
Happy Mother's Day, mums.
Happy Mother's Day.
Come on, Back to the Future.
No.
For the future, I guess.
God. Oh man.
Is this Patreon?
Not yet. Not yet.
Oh man.
But yeah, man. Like, yeah. Do you have any gifts that you reckon be good gifts for a Filipino mom?
My mom is kind of like, it's easier now. I don't have to guess. She tells me what she wants.
Yeah, same with
She
my mom.
hints at it, you know.
Same with my
Hey,
mom.
remember that place you got me from for last year's thing? I really like this necklace and earrings package. Like, all right, cool.
Aw, that's nice.
Your housies with your sister.
Even gift cards are good. Thank
Yeah.
God for gift cards, man.
You guys ever? Do you guys buy cards
Yeah.
to go with your
Yes, sir.
present?
I feel weird just giving money.
Yeah. Oh, is it
I feel like a mad
just
tito if I just
holding
give
it.
money and be like,
That's what
shake their hand.
my dad does that though. Like when he gives a gift to my mom, it's money, and then he's just like it's the trope of go
Yes.
buy yourself something nice.
Yeah.
But then he'll give her like a wad of cash, and then she'd be like going out. She'd want to get her hair done, do all this stuff, and she'd be happy. And I'm like, hey, what dad give you? She's like, he gave me a wad of cash. I'm like,
Hey,
she just enjoy herself. She goes out and gets nails done, hair done, goes shopping, and my dad doesn't go with her. He's just like, "Here, take it and go."
Oh, that's the best. I hate shopping.
Like shopping for gifts. I like shopping for gifts.
I just don't like shopping in general. But yeah.
You see, there's always like, I don't know, I think it's fun. Like, especially when it's, I think with Mother's Day, that it's like a little bit more central because you have to try and make it. You can't make it like a joke, like a novelty gift. When it's Christmas, I fucking love that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Dumb shit, like a fucking remote control piece of shit.
Yeah, you gave me a sparkly
like
piece of shit that's a remote
the
control.
massage thing that looks like a fucking black cock. Like last year.
like a massage gun.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
You got me like a roller. That's what it's called, a
and
roller.
the fishing stuff for your kid, see, because it's like, it's fishing.
It's a thought.
kid.
Yeah,
On
it's
Mother's Day,
He's like, Don likes dildos. Let me get him a...
Don likes exercising and cocks. This is perfect.
Oh, no.
why do you think he doesn't have sleeves on? They fuck the sleeves out of ya.
No, it just gets in the way when you're masturbating so much, man. Like,
Vigorously.
vigorously.
And
What do you think my biceps are so big?
Flies off at 88 miles per hour.
It's like those like I haven't read like adult what do you call it? Not pornographic, but like those books that are just like overly detailed.
The erotic novels.
Erotic novels. Yeah. And
Right.
they always like have these filler words that like
In Tagalog.
not in Tagalog, like
Filler.
filler words.
Oh, okay.
As in like vigorously.
Yeah.
He was vigorously thrusting towards
His
her.
cannon exploded into her love purse. I love that shit. As his cannon explodes into her
bro,
love
if
You know what? I heard a name for like someone's butt. Turd cutter.
a turd.
What?
It's like a toaster.
a turd cutter. Someone like in some video they were just commenting. It was like a thing. They're like, "That's a nice turd cutter. 5 out of 5."
A turd cutter.
So nice.
All I can think of is the meat cutters at Woolworths.
At
and
the
stuff.
sausages.
That just slices them
The
out.
ones that
and-
does.
Oh,
does
man.
is it the
That's a funny
sausages?
thing.
The sausage machine with
like
the sausage machine.
when pornos have comment sections.
Oh, bro, that's
Oh,
the
dude,
funniest
dude,
section.
fucking
they're
hilarious,
fire,
bro.
bro. They're the best. Sometimes I get distracted and just look at the comments.
Yeah, bro,
Watch a video.
bro, like I know this is not Patreon, but like when you finish, it's
We
great to just read.
We should comment. See,
Yeah,
like,
funny, dude.
is everyone on the same page? It's like, you know, when you watch a video, you go straight to the comments, like to see if people are like relating to what you're thinking.
We'll
It's the
continue
best.
this conversation on the Patreon. So if you want to,
No, I want to continue now. This is one. I just want to share this one video. it was a they were doing the bum, right?
don't give it to
And
them
then,
for free.
no, but like, there's a comment that goes, "Oh man, it's great for when you have constipation."
Oh,
And then someone below replied, he goes, "So you want someone to fuck the shit out of you?" I was like, I started cracking up, like literally, fuck the shit out of you.
Oh man.
Where do you think the saying came
Oh,
from,
my
bro?
gosh.
It has to how it
I think
happens.
so.
Wow.
That's how it happened.
We can talk more about this on the Patreon episode. If you want to subscribe to our Patreon to hear more of this stuff, www.thecheatcoders.com or go to
teaser.
patreon.com/thecheatcoders.
So
little
final
teaser.
thing for Mother's Day, like would like I was just thinking of like Filipino mother's gifts type thing, you know what I mean?
we went to
What a segue, bro. We went from fuck the shit out of you. Anyway, for Mother's Day.
Only on
Anyway,
the cheat coders, bro.
Anyway.
Only on the cheat coders.
Mother's
bro.
Day
That's why
gifts.
you listen to us, bro.
because we go on mad tangents.
I was just thinking, like, what would be a great gift just to, like, you know, to give to your mom in terms of like to say thank you for like treating me like and building me as the person I am. Like, would she unwrap and then see one chanelas? Just as a reminder,
One.
be like, I remember the time.
It's a revenge
Just
gift.
one.
It's like, I remember the time you threw one of these at me.
It's a
And
chanelas with hand grips. It's for her.
And it made me the
And a
person
scope
I am.
as well.
It's the best.
There's a silencer attached
Yeah,
to it.
it's like a dartboard, but then it's with chinas.
What a silence.
Bro.
It's like, the pin the tail and donkey, but it's you instead of a donkey.
There's like a Chanelis mark, and you have to like make sure
It's on my bum.
because that's the first place they go, right?
Yeah.
It's the,
And then the dad version for Father's Day, it's the belt.
I've given my dad a belt. Oh, bro.
Why would you do
Oh,
that?
bro. I just
Why?
realized as a kid, one of my Father's Day gifts was a belt. I
bought him a
gave
belt?
my
You know
dad. It was like,
Subconsciously, it was your trauma that was like,
Bro.
oh,
Yeah,
he
bro.
likes
It was the
belts.
softest
He
one.
likes belts.
no, bro. It was the best one out.
It was a
There's
cashmere
leather
belt.
out there. Not knowing that
There's
this
weights at the end too.
There's your trauma that
It's a
came back.
freaking. It's just made out of metal. Just like damn.
Oh,
That's self-sabotage. That's what
so
that is.
people out there thinking of Mother's Day gifts, be careful
What you
because
give.
that gift might be coming back to you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. Don't make sure you pick from pain.
I just realized I've given my dad a belt once.
get her some soft chanelas if you can.
Fluffy Chanel.
Fluffy gloves or something.
Or a vacuum that doesn't make a sound when it bangs on your door.
Oh my gosh.
That's the worst.
Get what's it called? Get a subscription to like tech support.
Yeah.
Because like so you don't have to be the tech support for them.
Oh my god.
How do I send an email on my phone? Just call this number, Dad. You'll be fine.
Let's Google it.
All right.
Let's talk shit about mums for Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
We love you. We love you all.
Happy Mother's
That's
Day.
mad shit.
I just just be careful. Just be careful what you give.
Yeah. Now, like in all honesty, I think with Mother's Day inclusive, I think the whole besides trying to make it so that you don't get hit by the gift that you give them, it really does depend on what your mum likes rather than there's no blanket. Oh, this one's going to be good for all mums. I like bags and
personal.
stuff, just shit that they actually like.
You know what I've seen though, like I think CrossFitters wear it, or like people that do like rock climbing and stuff like that. It's these rubber things that you put around your toes.
Yeah.
And it kind of like strengthens your toes, so that if she needs to pick up your clothes off the floor, then she can just like pick them up much faster, and then throw it at you with her
Bouldering
toes.
shoes.
Give mum CBD or whatever. She'll be like, can't be bothered fucking hitting you. Too mellow right now.
And she literally give her a chill pill.
It's for your joints, mum.
It's a chill pill, like legit. Some CBD oil.
I do it because I love you.
And I love not getting smacked. Love you, Mum.
Bro. Shout out to all the mums out there, to the single mums, to the non-single mums,
Oh my gosh.
and all of you out there for Mother's Day.